Hello everyone, welcome to a new reading. Today we are finishing off with GFRIEND. We will go on to Umji's individual reading. I know that there was someone out there in my comment section being like, when are you gonna do Umji? Do a reading for Umji. And I was like, individual out there, Umji's reading will be going up eventually. It's just that I did them in order, and Umji is of course the magne of the group, so she was going to be last anyway. So I hope that you feel like your patience was worth it, because here's her reading. In this video, we are going to check out her current energy, her career, love messages, and any healing messages that go through. And yeah, with all of that said, we will just jump right into her current energy. So what's currently going on with Umji? Oh, that's the first card. Four of Wands. Eight of Wands. Oh. Five of Wands. Okay. Eight of Swords. Sure. So the cards that we have so far, I just realized you can see how the light is changing over here. Anyway, so we have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is the energy of feeling at home, of feeling secure, and feeling very safe. Because 4 is a number of stability, and Wands is also about action and stuff. So I do feel that instead of taking it feels like Umji is right now doing her best to feel at home, to feel comfortable, and to feel safe. Like she's taking action towards that, because the way that this card is shown, it feels like she's going to get enlightened or some sort of clarity and some sort of knowledge if she continues to rest, or if she continues to be in her safe space, in her safe zone. So I do feel that with this card, it's kind of showing her walking with her crew, or going with a pack. So what I mean by that is that she could be at home with family, or she is working already with a group of people to do something. And I'm saying that because the card that came after was the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is the energy of having laser focused action on one thing. And it's kind of funny because I wanted to mention how, as I was preparing for Umji's reading, I was like, I was like painting my nails, and because I wanted a different color, and as I was doing that, all of a sudden I was like, right now is the right time to record for Umji's video. But but I had only done one hand, the other hand was still I was still working on it. So I thought it was funny how all of a sudden I was like, that's today, right now, this is the right time, let me just go and get it done. And my older sister helped me set up the whole recording thing. And I just thought it was funny how I felt like my hands were hitting everything. I was grabbing all the stuff that I needed, and it was hitting the wall, or hitting my desk and all of that. And I thought it was very funny because it kind of felt like the clumsiness that some people kind of naturally have. And seeing how spontaneous her reading came to be, I'm starting to feel that Umji may be in that energy right now, where she's just going with the flow of things and taking action when she feels like it's the right time to take action. So she may have this very strong action orientated idea or mentality. And I'm saying that because the first 3 cards that we got were Wands, and Wands are all about fire, and the fire element is about taking action, doing what you're passionate about. And going back to this Eight of Swords, it's having the laser focus energy. So what I mean by laser focus is the Eight of Wands is when you have all 8 wands focusing and taking action, moving forward. So this is a very fast moving energy. This is a card of things are happening quickly, change is happening quickly, and I can't speak apparently. And this is supposed to be putting all of your energy on one project. So I do feel that Umji may be working with some people to get something done, or if you see how these 2 cards are right next to each other, it could mean that Umji is running away from what everybody else is doing. She's doing her own thing. I'm not too sure. It could be something along those lines. We'll see. But it seems like there's some conflict going on as well, because we have the Five of Wands. So if we continue on the storyline of like, oh, there's like this group of people that she feels very safe with, but they're going one way and she's going the other way, like she's focusing her energy on some other thing, that could create some conflict, because the Five of Wands is about fighting. So I was actually thinking that maybe she was like fighting through difficulties, or she was fighting through some obstacle, trying to reach a certain goal. But if we see it down the context of like she's going against the pack, then yeah, this is what this Five of Wands kind of shows, that energy of like there is conflict right now in her current energy, for the simple fact that she has to, you know, fight for what she believes in. So that's kind of what I'm getting with that energy. Like she's definitely fighting for something. I'm not too sure why she's fighting though. Now we have the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is the energy of someone that has the illusion of feeling trapped. However, it's reversed. So I do feel that Umji knows exactly what she wants, and she knows the reality of life. And that could be, and I put this card right underneath this one, and I wasn't too sure why, but now that I see how they go, it kind of feels like Umji's not blinding herself to like the situation she's in. She's not in a place where she, how should I put it? She's in a place where she can see things so clearly that she's able to see what's right for her, and that's why she has the ability and even the ease to just go against what everybody else is doing. Like she's doing what feels right for her and what is like convenient for her. She's not doing what other people are telling her to do. So I feel that that could be like, she's not like, this Eight of Swords reverse could mean that she's not blinded to the ideas that other people could be putting in her head. So let's say like society is like, you need to do this because you are a young woman, or you need to do this because you're in like XY industry, and she's like, I'm gonna do what I want to do. So that also will create conflict, as we see with this Five of Wands. So let's see what else is going on. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So this feels like it is highly, like, most likely related to her career, but we'll see when we get there. We have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is the energy, is a Virgo energy. So someone that has found their routine, someone that is slowly, you know, analyzing the situation and gathering more ideas to make a project happen. And this is Pentacles, and Pentacles could mean about health. It could mean career. It could definitely mean money, but I'm leaning more towards her career. So I do feel that this is, this Knight of Pentacles is supposed to represent her going through the motions of her career, organizing her thoughts, analyzing the situation appropriately. You know, it's the energy of someone that is constantly like adapting and changing to create stability for themselves. And I do feel that in this case, it's a project within her career. So I do feel that this issue is about her work, but we will see when we get to her career. So let's see. What is this fight all about? Well, okay, we have the Emperor reversed. So I'll put this one away because there were too many. So the Emperor reversed. This is Aries energy reversed, and the Emperor is number 4. It's supposed to be about stability once again. And I do feel that the fight could be about doing what she wants to do. Because when you think of Aries energy, Aries could be seen as a very selfish sign, because Aries know exactly what they want to do. Many of them just kind of go at, you know, at the pace of their own drum. No, you know, they go at their own beat. They go at their own rhythm. They do things when they feel like doing them. They're very spontaneous. Many Aries tend to be very quick. I actually don't know what sign Umji is. Because that could give us a little bit of insight as to her outright personality, or how people usually see her. But yeah, with this Emperor energy, this is definitely the energy of someone that is doing what they want to do. So I do feel that that's the conflict right now, that Umji is trying to figure out what she wants to do, and she's going at her own pace. That's very important. I do feel that she may be doing things a little bit too quickly, but I think she has the luxury of being able to do that because she knows what she wants. And that does allow her to not go through like this muddy energy of, oh wait, but this person told me to do this. Oh, but this other person's telling me to do this. So Aries energy is not necessarily selfish, but many of them do put themselves first. And and that could be considered selfish for other people. But I do feel that right now in Umji's case, that is very important. She's the one that's living her own life, so she is the one that has to figure out what she wants to do for herself. She shouldn't like let other people tell her what to do if it goes against what she wants to do, you know. There's a difference between advice and guidance and then straight up being told what to do, you know. So yeah, what else is going on with Umji's current energy? Like, what's she going through right now? What is Umji going through? What is Umji going through right now? 2 more cards. Give me 2 more. Well, actually, let me check this once and then we'll take out more. So we have Temperance and we have the 9 of Wands. Oh, oof. Okay, so with Temperance reverse, I'm getting that she is in a place of, she's not in harmony. Usually Temperance is a card of someone that's trying to find some balance, is trying to figure out what they want to do. It's a Sagittarius card, so again, another fire sign. So, you know, she may need to travel a little bit to get better ideas. She may need to expand her mind and get more knowledge. So she can turn it into wisdom. And knowledge is, you know, gathering information, and the way that you turn that into wisdom is when you apply the what, like the why of everything, right? Like, why do people usually do this? How does that apply to me? You know, trying to when you internalize that energy, that becomes wisdom. I feel you internalize it in such a way that you can generalize it to others, if that makes sense. So yeah, with this Temperance card, I feel like she does need to explore a little bit more. She will need to continue moving in different directions, get perspectives from all over the world, kind of thing. So again, I usually don't see Temperance that way, but she may gather information from different, from foreign sources. So seeing things from a very, very different point of view, that will allow her to find some balance within herself and be in harmony again. The other card that we have is the 9 of Wands. Now, in this deck is the only one where I see the 9 of Wands as like a fighter energy. It's like when you're going to war, you have your soldiers all lined up here, and you are like the leader of the of this like military, and you're like ready to fight, right? So like everyone is in line, you know, ready to take action and ready to just sacrifice it to make it happen. So usually the 9 of Wands is like someone that has their guard up, someone that is very defensive, someone that could be very closed and has their walls up to, you know, keep themselves safe. Because usually this card, you have one person that is taking care of the other 8 wands, and it's supposed to symbolize, you know, protecting something. But in this deck, it's the imagery of it is kind of showing someone that is ready to go to war. So this is more of an outward energy of actively taking action and not so responsive to what happens to them. So I do feel that Umji is ready to just do what is necessary to reach this moment of balance. You know, Temperance is about harmony and balance, and it's supposed to be about having 2 planes of life be in balance. So like the 5D and the 3D, or her spiritual and her practical mind, her emotional and her intellectual mind. Like, I don't know, 2 different opposites bringing itself into balance. So 2 more cards to get. What is Umji's current energy like? Just 2 more cards to cap it off. Oh, well, I'll take those actually. So we have the Knight of Wands. So this Knight of Wands reverse. So she is not, to me, the Knight of Wands is again, it's Sagittarius energy, so moving forward, but it's reversed. So I feel like right now Umji doesn't really know how to take action, or she may be struggling to figure out how to be in this Temperance energy. Because this Knight of Wands is usually move, like a charging forward and getting things done. It's not necessarily reckless. That will be more, to me, the Knight of Swords. But it does feel like she is in a period right now where she wants to take action, but she doesn't really know what direction to go to. She definitely has a focus to do one thing, but she may not know physically like where to go or what to do. But yeah, I think that she's like at standstill. Like, she's ready to take action and do what she has to do to accomplish, you know, to fight this war, whatever that war is. whatever that conflict is, like she's ready to take action, and she's like, you know, ready for it. However, she's not she's not moving towards it and taking action, like actively taking action to make it happen, because she doesn't really know what to do or where to go necessarily. So that's kind of what I feel with this Knight of Wands. Like she's ready to go for it, but this Knight of Wands is kind of showing and saying like she doesn't know what direction to go to. It kind of feels like, you know, since it's reversed, I do feel that she may not really know where to go or what to do. So let's see what the other cards that she has. We have the Three of Cups reversed, so she's definitely not celebrating anything. This Three of Cups could mean that she's not having fun, or it could mean that she's so focused on her other stuff that emotionally she's not in the place to be with friends and hang out and have fun. She's very focused on something else, and she can't even celebrate her small victories. I do feel that could be a very big issue. If she's not celebrating her own victories, she could overwork herself to the point that she may even want to give up on whatever her goal is. We have the High Priestess reversed. The High Priestess kind of shows having the ability to connect to your emotions. That's one thing, and to your intuition. So I do feel that since it's reversed, she's not listening to her gut feeling. So she may be waiting to take action, but she doesn't even realize that her gut feeling may be telling her, go have fun, or it may be telling her, you should do this other thing. Or instead of staying right there and focusing your energy to find the perfect time to take action, maybe right now is the time to take action, you know? So this High Priestess is kind of showing that Umji is in a state where she's not listening to her heart. She's not listening to her gut feeling. Like, she is kind of struggling with that. And I think this is very important because the card that came right after the High Priestess was the Ace of Swords. Oof. And I just saw the one that comes after. And the Ace of Swords is supposed to be a card of having an epiphany. It's the card of having a mental breakthrough. So getting new ideas, getting new perspectives, that's very important. Like if the Hangman were to be here, that's also one sign of having this new perspective. But yeah, the Ace of Swords is also the energy of a new beginning. And since it's swords, it's talking about her ideas and her intellect and her knowledge. So I do feel that Umji, instead of taking so much action, she needs to retreat a little bit, you know, retreat her troops and actually listen carefully. You know, the Ace of Swords is having clarity. That's why I'm saying it's an epiphany. It's also a card where you have the spiritual knowledge coming through to aid you with more information in order to get that clarity. So it's kind of like this High Priestess reverse and this Ace of Swords are working hand in hand. Umji right now is going through a period where she needs to get clarity, and the way that she can do that is by reaching that High Priestess energy, which is being super spiritual. And spirituality doesn't really mean that she needs to start like meditating, getting into rocks and listening to tarot cards. Is sometimes spirituality is just connecting more to herself and to her intuition, to her gut feeling, you know, being able to trust that inner voice that's like guiding her. The last card that we have for her current energy is a Hermit card. The Hermit card is supposed to be that card of retreat. It is, you know, that Virgo energy that is doing self-healing and doing a service to itself. It's the energy of being in pure solitude and figuring out who you are. You know, it's kind of like running to the mountains and finally learning what you have to do. Is the energy of finding enlightenment and getting that new knowledge. It's like being her own light. With that Hermit card, I'm getting that Umji needs to be on her own for a little bit to actually organize her ideas. So instead of being this Knight of Pentacles, this Virgo energy that is taking action towards her career, like, yeah, that's fine, work hard, find your routine, you know, stabilize yourself, but it's more like she needs to be on her own to get that clarity and connect with herself, being able to also acknowledge the growth that she has gone through and being able to celebrate the small victories instead of being ready for war. It's like, you know, celebrate the small battles that she has won. So I do feel that with this Hermit energy, life is kind of right now encouraging Umji to like retreat a little bit, be on her own for some time, you know, so she can be alone with her thoughts and just think deeply of what she does want and how she can get there. So figuring out like a bigger plan instead of just constantly taking action when it feels right, more of try to see like the bigger picture type of thing. But with all of that said, let's jump into her career, because I do feel that this is going to be in relation to that, which I guess I shouldn't be surprised, right? What's going on with Umji's career? We have Water Creations. What's going on with Umji's career? We have Beginnings, East. I should put it here because there you go, East. And one more card. What's going on with Umji's career? We have Snow, Silence. So remember how I mentioned that Umji needed to go through that hermit mode, just be on her own and find the answers and trying to get that clarity? That's what this Silence card is talking about. Snow is kind of like being, purity. And it also makes me think of the Angel of Snow, which it's in this deck. So if it comes up, even more confirmation right there, I'll leave it right there because we'll take cards from there in a little bit. So yeah, Snow is talking, the key word is silence. So she does need to be in her moment of solitude and just listen to the silence within her. Let me clarify. What I mean by that is that she needs to be surrounded by silence to be able to finally listen to herself, and that will give her clarity. It's all those things that, when you have so many ideas in your mind, or you have like a long to-do list that you need to do, and it makes it very hard to be able to put more information within your system. That's kind of what I mean. She's overthinking so much of something, or she could be so focused on I have to do this, I have to do that she's actually not paying attention to that little voice within her that is like, oh, but what is it that you want? How do you want to get to that and all of that? So I do feel that she's in a period where she has to be in that hermit mode and try to do a little bit more self-healing, self-exploration, and just find a little bit more about herself. I think that's what she has to do, and that will definitely grow and help her in her career, because we have water with a keyword creation, and then we have east with a keyword beginnings. So it definitely feels like the new beginning is to be able to have those creative projects, or having the ability to just create anything. So when Umji is in silence, she could finally get some inspiration, and when I mean inspiration, it could be to do some creative projects, but it could also be the inspiration of figuring out how to just go on with her life and do what she wants to do, especially in relation to her career. So I do feel that with these two cards, life is kind of encouraging Umji to, even with this water card, it could also mean that life may be encouraging Umji to go down that rabbit hole of figuring out what her emotions are all about, like what she feels and why does she feel the way that she does, and why does she think the way that she does, because that will definitely help her figure out a little bit more about herself. Like, something happens and then she digs deeper to figure out why she felt the way that she did, and then that could help her get some insight as to what she thinks of a situation, and also figure out what works for her, what doesn't work for her. And also, since it's a water card, I'm thinking of the water element, and that element is talking about your emotions, but it's also talking about spirituality and of course creativity. But I think creativity just going with a creation, being able to create and manifest what she wants within her career. Also, I do feel that this is all supposed to help her. Again, this card is the card that I see as like enlightenment when I see it. Being able, having that halo. Usually in art, I want to say back in the day, when I was taking art history, that's one of the things that we learned about, that usually when people were drawn with a halo around their head, it was supposed to represent enlightenment. It was supposed to represent having that knowledge. So I do feel that when I see like this circle of light, to me that shows like enlightenment, right? So the new beginning that Umji's going for in her career is going to be something that she will unlock, or she will be able to reach when she has a period of silence and clarity, and then also exploring her emotions and opening up her intuition, as we saw with the High Priestess reversed. So if she goes to the Hermit mode and the High Priestess, then she will be able to have this new beginning in her career. But let's see what other cards we get. So what's going on with Umji's career? Look, we have the Angel of Divination, so that gives me like strong High Priestess energy. With this Angel of Divination, it's kind of like the energy of being able to see the visions that life has to offer. It's kind of like, again, trusting that gut feeling where it's like, oh, this feels like it's right for me, or this doesn't feel like it's right for me, or like, oh, this person's gonna help me out, I can feel it, or like this person, has some red flags that I shouldn't even get near them. The other card that we got for her career is a right leg endurance. So I do feel that it's going to be a long, painful, not necessarily as in like, it's gonna be painful because I do feel that since Umji's gonna go through like self-healing type of journey and self-exploration, then she may end up in like having to figure out a lot of her triggers, like a lot of things that may have bothered her before. She will have to kind of face them, and those could be very difficult. So I do feel that with the right leg endurance, that's kind of what it's encouraging her to do, like go through those difficult moments and be very persistent, fight through all those obstacles, and slowly she's going to be able to see that, like, the light at the end of the tunnel, that kind of energy. And I'm starting to understand why I picked the stones that I picked. I picked a rose quartz, which talks about self-love. I have amethysts right here that talk about harmony and soothing, healing energy. And then these two stones, I forgot the name of them, but both of them are supposed to help you connect to that higher knowledge. And also I was thinking of like dark, deep purples. I'm talking about those colors because I'm thinking of the third eye and the crown chakra, and those pinks kind of talk to like that healing heart chakra. Even though the heart chakra is actually green, I do think that pink is a good color to represent the heart. So yeah, it's like when you're connecting to your heart chakra, you're doing what you love, you're doing what makes you feel fulfilled and emotionally satisfied. But then when you talk about your third eye and your crown chakra is when you're connected to source, or you're connected to life and the universe and like that higher purpose type of perspective. The reason why I'm talking about those colors is that those are the colors that represent that higher knowledge and connecting to like that higher power, that external power that we can't see. So I do feel that that will be very, very beneficial for Umji's career. And I think it's just so she can understand why she's going through the difficulties that she's going through. But it's also supposed to help her, like, figure out how to, like, get herself out of some difficult moments as well. So I do feel that that's why this is here. Like, it's kind of helping her and guiding her to just, like, encouraging her to just open up somehow. Open up to, like, she's not cheating the system if she connects to her higher self or her spirit guides. So what else is going on with Umji's career? What's going on with Umji's career? Oh, look, we have what do you need to release. So that's kind of like the emotional baggage that will naturally come through if she does some self-healing. It's pretty normal because as I mentioned, she will have to encounter her triggers. And let's say she really wants to work. This is an example, I don't know if it's true, but let's say Umji really wants to continue working in the music industry. However, she feels highly betrayed with what happened with the disbandment and everything, and because of that, she carries like that fear of it happening again, or the fear of encountering people that will betray her like that again. So that could be one of the things that she has to heal before she continues in the industry, because that will be the only way she will be able to be accepting of people that want to maybe offer her something similar, or it's like, oh, she has to join another company to continue in the industry, but she's too afraid that history will repeat itself, so she rejects it, right? And if she continues doing that, well, then of course she will not have the support of a company, because she's rejecting all the help, like the genuine help that could be coming her way. So I do feel that if she opens up spiritually, she will be able to figure out who are like the right people to invite in and who are people she should probably push away. And with this, what do you need to release? I do feel that there's a lot of baggage that's holding her back right now, and that's why her career may not be blossoming as much as she wants. So that's something that she definitely has to endure, as it's going to be very difficult if it's things that she has always like constantly pushed back to not like face. So let's see what else is going on with her career. We have full moon in Aries, so ending a cycle. A fiery climate approaches, so she's definitely very close to ending a cycle in her career, and that will be very beneficial because then she will be able to start a new chapter in her life. But I do feel that the fiery climates could be that it's something that was very difficult for her. I do feel that with this Aries energy was something that just came out of left field, so I do feel that this could be talking about the disbandment, especially since I mentioned it with this card. Let's see what else is going on with Umji's career. We have full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. So this is kind of what I was talking about with this silence, which I'm so glad that card came out, because I was looking at this section like, what is going on here? So when I was talking about this full moon in Taurus, with this no and the keyword silence and the visions and everything, I do feel that Umji has to, like, if she goes through that period of silence, she will be able to create a more practical plan. And what I mean by that is that since she will have a lot more clarity of what her goals are, and then that will help her figure out like the paths that, like the steps that she has to do in order to achieve those goals. So I do feel that that will create a, give her a lot of clarity. But also, like, if she were to be in that period of silence and just figuring out who she is and what she wants in her career, it will be also very helpful, because then she will have a purpose as to why she's doing stuff, and that will definitely give her a lot of motivation and inspiration to move forward, because now she has a reason as to why she's doing something. And I do feel like that's like the practical plan. When you figure out what you want and you also get rid of that baggage that's holding you back, because I mean I will know this, right? There's times that you're like, I want to improve this skill, but then you have like that mental block of like, but I'm not good enough, I can't do this or I can't do that. And because of that, you hold yourself back from even giving yourself the opportunity to even practice and harness that skill. So I do feel that with her, that could be an issue right now. Like, she may want to do something in her career, but she's holding herself back because she's not like 100% there yet. And that could be a reason why she does need to do this healing, right? Kind of do this thing of like, okay, I want to do this, but I'm not doing it. Why is that? And then going through, swimming through those depths that are holding her back, going through those difficult periods, or, asking those hard questions of like, I know how to do this, why am I not doing it? I know that in order to achieve this goal, or in order to get to this place, I have to do like X, Y, and Z, but then again, why am I not doing it, right? It's one of those things like, you know what to do and you know why things are happening, but it doesn't mean that you believe in it, or it doesn't mean that you understand them fully and stuff like that, right? It's like, it happens. Sometimes people give you advice and that's literally the right answer, but that's not what you're looking for, so then you reject it and you go like, nah, that person was wrong. They don't know what they're talking about. They just don't get it. It's like, yeah, they get it. You're the one that doesn't get it, right? Like, I think that's kind of the energy that Umji may be in right now. And look, we have the 3 of Cups reversed again. So I do feel that Umji cannot celebrate right now in her career. She seems like, to me, right now, this 3 of Cups reversed feels like she can't celebrate the small victories in her life. Like, she is not acknowledging the good things that are being happening right now in her career. And what I mean by that is like, when you take like those baby steps towards change, like, she's not, patting herself on the back for doing those little changes, like, taking those little steps. Because I do feel like she may be going through a period where taking those steps are very difficult. Like, she doesn't know how to get it done. She doesn't really know if it's right for her. Like, she's like hesitating a lot. So taking those baby steps are actually very, very big steps, or what she needs to continue moving forward. But I do feel like she's not celebrating them, or she's not acknowledging them, so she may feel like she's going nowhere, right? But she definitely needs to look at them and be like, I'm doing a good job. So what's going on with Umji's career? We have the 3 of Pentacles. I do feel, okay, the 3 of Pentacles usually talks about working with other people, group work basically. But with it being reversed, I do feel like she may feel like she's on her own, and that she doesn't have people she could work with and create what she wants to create. Look, we have the Wheel reversed. She feels like that everything's out of control. Like, she feels like she can't do anything about her future and and fate. It could also be that life can't offer her anything to physically make her dreams come true if she doesn't do the internal work that has to be done. Because it's all those things, like when opportunities come through and people want to help you but you're rejecting them, right? Which was kind of what I was talking about here. And you need to, as a person, you need to be very aware why you're rejecting them. Sometimes life is going to offer you things and you may reject very good opportunities, and life can offer you more opportunities, but if they know that you haven't healed what has to be healed, then you're gonna keep rejecting them. You're gonna keep losing those opportunities, and you will always get a chance, but because that could be a cycle. People always offering help to get you out of the difficulties you're going through, but you're constantly rejecting them, so you have to break that cycle. But the problem is not that opportunities are not coming in. The problem is that the person's not accepting them. So I do feel like that's kind of what Umji's going through. I do feel that she feels like she's out of control, and that could be the reason why she's not like accepting the help that may be coming through for her. So I do feel like she may be struggling to like accept the help that other people want to give her within her career, because this 3 of Pentacles are like very strong vibes of working with someone in a project. And with this Wheel of Fortune reverse, I do feel like she feels no control over over her destiny. She feels like she has no control over her future. So she may be going through a very difficult period of just feeling stuck and just feeling powerless. And that will explain why she will not be able to like celebrate her victories if she's constantly thinking like, you know, like maybe she'll be like, oh, I just got lucky. That's not something to be happy about. You know, that could be one of the things she may be going through. Okay. Oh, makes sense. Okay, so I was like looking at this section. I was like, okay, so what's going on in Umji's career? The discards came up, and we got the Seven of Pentacles reverse and the Page of Pentacles. So we're definitely getting a lot of Pentacles now in her career, which makes total sense. You know, money, career, and finances—they're all very important for her career, definitely. So with the Seven of Pentacles is the energy of having patience. You know, you've planted the seeds, and now you're waiting for the fruits of your labor to ripe, to grow, to be able to harvest them, basically. So with it in reverse, I do feel that she may not have the patience for things to happen. I do feel that there may be a little bit more of tower moments that have to go through in her career before she can like fully like rebuild it again. And what I mean by tower moments is like Mars energy, is this energy of like destroying the foundation you're on, so like that you can create a stronger one and build upon it and have something a little bit more secure and a lot more safe. So I do feel that with it being reversed, with the Seven of Pentacles being reversed, which is talking about patience, is like she's been very impatient. But I do feel that she has to be very, very patient, because there's still things that have to be destroyed, you know. And I do feel that one of the biggest things that may have to be destroyed right now is her ego. Now let me explain what I mean by ego. I do feel that it's like that little voice within herself that's telling her, you can't do this, you can't do that. You know, she needs to just trust that she can't do what she wants to do, and that things will get better, you know. So that's like the ego that I'm talking about, you know. The ego, I don't really remember what it meant when we were talking about it in psychology, but if I'm correct, it's supposed to be like that little voice of judgment that tells you this is how society works, you know. So it's supposed to help us balance our own beliefs and balance it with the collective belief, right? So I do feel that right now her ego's a little bit too big, and because of that, it's like society's constantly telling her, you can't do this, you can't do that, it has to be done this way, it has to be done this other way. And that's the thing that's definitely holding her down and pulling her in such a way that she can't move forward, because she's not at the level society says you have to be successful. Or like, oh, she wants to do something but she can't do it because she's not there yet, right? She needs the skills, she needs this. But I do feel that this is a mental blockage. I don't think that's really the truth. We have this Page of Pentacles. This Page of Pentacles is baby energy, starting a new long-lasting project. So I do feel that she has to be patient, that all of the garbage that is in her career goes away, so like that she can slowly just start from zero. And what I mean by start from zero, I don't necessarily mean like there's like everything she worked on is gone. It's more along the lines of she will have to start physically on a different project, but she's not starting from square one necessarily, because now she has all of the knowledge that she learned from her experiences and from her past that will be very beneficial to be the wisdom necessary to make things different this time around. So let's say she joins another company, but now she has the knowledge of her years as an artist, and that will definitely help her being able to have better judgment of who to work with. And yeah, so I do feel that that's it for Umji's career. She will have the knowledge already that will help her go down a different path. I just don't know, because it's one of those things that the cards can't tell me what's out there for her, because the main focus right now is that she needs to go through that internal healing. So until she does that, there will be a clear path that could be taken in her career, if that makes sense. Like right now, the path is for her to do her self-healing, her inner soul discovery, soul searching type of thing, and that's what's like on the path, like it has to happen. But aside from that, I can't really see far beyond it because it's up to her basically, you know. What's going on in Umji's love life? Oh, that looks good. Hold up. Oh, you have New Moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. That's a good card, you know. It's the beginning of like everything's okay. Everything's gonna get better. Everything's going as it should. We have Mutable Moon. Nothing is yet set in stone. That's kind of what I saw in her career, but we'll see with her love life. And Gibeah's Moon, you're very close to achieving your goal. Okay. I guess Umji has like some love life opportunities going through. Like maybe some love interest is kind of like, hey, will you want to be my partner? Okay, wait, what's going? I'm thinking none of those. Cause I was not ready. I was not ready for this gossip. Hold up. Okay, I do have to say that the energy feels a little bit lighter with her love life, so I'm glad for that. Seems like her love life is not the issue. Definitely her career, but not her love life. Okay, so what's going on with her love life? What's going on with Umji's love life? Like, what's happening? Give me the tea. What? We have Disseminating Moon. Time. Okay, take time to breathe out. Do I want one more? One more. What's going on with Umji's love life? Surrender to the divine. Okay, I'm dead. And what I mean by that is like, I don't need to take more cards to know, like, of course, though, you know. So what I mean by that is that with the surrender with the divine is kind of when we saw the Hermit card and the High Priestess reverse in her current energy. Like, she definitely has to do that for her love life as well. So what I mean by that is that, yeah, her soul searching is very important for her career. Like, that's definitely like main priority. However, if she continues doing that, it will also help and benefit her love life as well. So it seems like her family is doing great. Seems like this is a card that's saying that her familial connections and whoever she considers family, you know, everything's good. It's good. Everything's working out perfectly. It's kind of like the energy of like those connections are safe. Like, it doesn't matter, you know, thick or thin. They will always be there to support Umji. So I do feel the family is very, very important for her, because we also saw the Four of Wands at the very, very beginning of her current energy. That was the first card that came out. So it seems like family is something that Umji deeply treasures and deeply cares about, and I think that's why this card came out again. In her love life, that's the type of love that is also helping her and benefiting her you know, her family. But yeah, we have Surrender to the Divine. So life is kind of like, we want to send you some love, we want to take care of you, but please, you know, work with us. I do feel that's very important. She has to work with them. That's why she needs to open up her intuition. But we have nothing that's yet set in stone. So if there's like a partner out there that she has to be with, it's not obligatory. Like, it's not like set in stone. Things are still shifting, energies are still working through, and I think that's because she's still doing some self-healing. When you're doing some self-healing and inner work, you will eventually start shifting your ideas. You will start shifting your values. You will start shifting what you want in a partner as well, and what type of love life you want. So I do feel that that's kind of what she's going through, where like when she does her self-healing and going through all that period, you know, nurturing herself, she will just naturally start figuring out a little bit more concrete, you know, solidify what she does want in her love life. And that's why nothing's set in stone. You know, things are still going out, but whatever it is that she wants is very close. Like, if she already has like, I want this type of partner, I want to meet them like this, or I want to meet this person and like, you know, I want them to have these qualities. Life is like, you know, you're manifesting it. We're almost there, you know. That's the type of energy that I'm getting there. However, these two cards kind of tell me that she does have to take some time for herself, though. You know, some time to breathe. I do feel that the other meaning that I saw with this Disseminating Moon was that her love life could be like a breath of fresh air for her when she's going through all of this self-healing. So I do feel that maybe a romantic partner could be like is it the answer? Maybe not necessarily the answer, but like someone that could definitely help her through all those difficult times of, you know, of self-healing and all of those things that she has to do to figure out who she is and what she wants. So I do feel that there could be a partner out there that will be very beneficial for her. So what else is going on with Umji's love life? Angel of memory. Oh, okay. Oh, that kind of hurt me. So we have the angel of memory, angel of vengeance, angel of new life. Okay, that's important. Knowledge and beauty. Okay, this is very important. This is essential. Let me explain why. I do feel that someone in her love life, and I understand why this person can be very important. It's because this person is someone that she met in a past life. So what I mean by that is, like, we have the angel of memory, and when I saw the angel of memory, it's like, yeah, it could be a childhood friend, but my first thought was actually someone from a past life. So what I mean by that is that we have different. So, some of us do remember this, some of us don't. We have like reincarnations of our life. Our soul is constantly trying to. It's kind of like, okay, sorry for this, but like, let me explain. It's kind of like when you're playing The Sims and you make one save and then you make another save. You are still the one playing, but it's kind of like you're putting your soul through different scenarios to experience life and learn through different things, different roles. It's kind of like, I guess, role playing in the sense of video games. Not any other way. So yeah, with the angel of memory, I was getting like past lives. So I do feel that maybe she's gonna meet someone. Yeah, it could be a childhood friend, but when the angel of new life came through, it's someone that loves to have fun. It's someone that loves music. It's someone that definitely has helped Umji before, and they're going to come and help her again. I do feel that this is like, it could be a soulmate. It could definitely, when I mean a soulmate, yeah, someone she met in her past life that agreed to have this type of connection again and this type of experience again. Or it's someone that has done this before, so they're just coming again to help her real quick. As much as it could be like, we wrote a soul contract to meet again and be in a relationship and be partners again. So that could be it as well. I'm not too sure. But yeah, with this angel of new life, it does feel like a reincarnation and like a past life connection type of thing. But then we have the angel of vengeance right here. So I do feel that is someone that nothing bad. I do feel that is someone that wants to protect her from like the whole world. And I have to be honest, I don't necessarily know Umji as a person or how her, or like artist persona, her public image. I know of GFRIEND, but I never necessarily like saw each individual one, like saw what they were doing. But I do feel that Umji just has this energy that you just can't help but want to protect her and take care of her. I'm pretty sure she knows how to protect herself, but she seems like so soft and squishy and like adorable that me too, I will want to protect her too as well. So with this vengeance card, I do feel that whoever's coming in here to like be like, I'll be your knight in shining armor, is definitely someone that has that energy of like, I'll protect you from the whole world if it comes down to it. So that's very nice. But yeah, now the other thing, let's talk about the other stuff as well. We have left eye knowledge. So I do feel that this person, this energy that's coming through is of a person that is definitely that carries a lot of knowledge, and it could be about her life, it could be just knowledge in general of how the universe works, and this could be very beneficial for Umji to figure out how to connect to her first to her heart, because we have heart beauty right here. So it's someone that will complement Umji and help her realize that she's beautiful, that she's gorgeous, and she has a very nice energy that could be put into very good use. And what I mean by that is that she can use that to communicate to the world messages, or just use that in a way that could help her skills improve, and also help her like unblock some of her limiting beliefs, I believe as well. And it's someone, I do feel that it's someone that is very practical, but it's also someone that is very connected to their heart. So it's kind of like if we had a Knight of Cups and a Knight of Pentacles. Someone that's very practical and loves to analyze situations and all of that, but also someone that is very loving and caring and nurturing and spiritual and very dreamy. I do have to say, very dreamy energy. So it does feel like it's someone that's coming from the past, that is going to be like a knight in shining armor, that is very smart and knowledgeable, and it's very loving and caring. So I'm very happy that someone out there is ready for Umji to just, he's just ready. He's like, Umji, are you ready for a relationship? Let me step in and help you out. This is definitely the energy. It's not the energy of someone that is like, you don't know how to take care of yourself, so I'm here. It's the energy of someone that's like, I know you're going through a difficult time. Let me help you with any way, shape, or form I can help you with. It's not. I do feel that independence for Umji is essential. So yeah, let's see. Any other messages you have for Umji's love life? Ooh. Any other messages for Umji's love life? Let's see. Any more? More messages for Umji's love life? Okay. Oh! Okay. This card. We have Rock with the keyword endurance. So remember how in her career we had, like, I think it was the right leg, endurance? We had the same word again with her love life. I do feel that she's going to find a partner that is going to be, that support. It's gonna be like that rock of stability. You know how there's some people out there that it's so hard to shake out of their center, like the whole world could be burning down and these people are like still okay. You know those people? I do feel that she's gonna find someone like that. She's gonna find, like, this person that's coming in is someone that, it's like, I'm getting like very strong Taurus vibes with this rock energy. Like, it's someone that is very nurturing, loves nature as well, and loves, the beauty of slowly blossoming to like your highest potential. I do feel this person is very caring and very patient, and at that time, I'm getting like this strong Taurus energy of someone that is almost unshakable. So it's like a fixed earth sign. So like the embodiment of unmovable. That's kind of what I mean. Anyway, forget that. Now let's look at this one. We have magnetism with the keyword attraction. And I laughed when I saw this because to me, it kind of felt like this is the energy of like, when Umji meets this person, it's gonna be like instant magnetism, instant like attraction. It's like they were meant to just meet each other and just go glue, like glue, just stick to each other. And I just thought that was very nice. Very nice. Oh, the other card that we have is Rain with the keyword fecundity, which okay. I'm gonna do this real quick. I don't know what the keyword means, but I believe it talks about abundance. Now let me search it up. Okay. Okay, this is so how you search up what the keyword means, and it talk about fertility. So maybe Umji could end up having like a family with this person. That's why my first reaction was like, you guys should have heard my gasp. It was almost like a scary gasp of like, it was scary. I'm sorry. Okay, if Umji wants to have kids, she may have kids with this person. Or it could all, like, if she doesn't want children, then she's going to probably work a lot with this person in her career. You can, another form of fertility is being able to just, I think it's a valid definition as well if you don't want to have kids, is like, having fertility as in like being able to create a lot of projects or doing a lot of things together. So you're like putting both of your energies into one thing. And yeah, it could be a baby, but it could also be a project, But yeah, with this Rain card, I do feel that they're both very good at working with each other. You have earth and water right here, which are two elements that work, hand in hand. I do feel that just like this person's gonna be like a knight in shining armor going to come and try to save Umji, I do feel that Umji is very caring and nurturing to this person as well. Especially because, now that I think about it, we have fertility right here, and then we have Cancer energy, and I don't know about you guys, but Cancer is known as like the mama of the zodiac, so you catch my drift, right? I do feel like children might be involved in here, but I also feel that this could be the energy of, how I mentioned that Umji treasures and really, really cares about her family. So the moment this person comes in and she considers this person as part of her family, she will care about this person like you guys have no idea. I do feel that she's very protective and nurturing and caring, and is like, when she means, you know, we're family, she means we're family, right? Like, she does have, like, I do feel that that's, like, it's not easy to get into that circle of family. So yeah, I wanted to put that out there. So, you know, just kind of curious, how will she meet this person? How will Umji meet this person? Oh, one card kind of got stuck. We have the Six of Cups reversed. I don't know what that means, but okay. How will Umji meet this person? We have, I'll put it right here. We have the Ace of Wands. How will Umji meet this person? And then we have the Ten of Wands reversed. Okay, simple. When Umji gets rid of the burdens that are holding her back, that's what the Ten of Wands means. She'll meet this person, because it's like when she ends one cycle, with the 10 is all about ending cycles. So when she ends the cycle that is like holding her back, that is, you know, that baggage that's like the burden that's, you know, the weight that she carries on her shoulders, when she gets rid of that, she will have started a new beginning. And this new chapter is, you know, a motivation and passion that is overwhelmingly helping her stay motivated, and that's the energy that she will have to be in to meet this person. But I do feel that this Six of Cups is talking about, in this case, is letting go of the past that could be difficult for her. Usually the Six of Cups is good when you're like, oh, someone from the past is coming back or something like that. But I do feel that with it being reversed, especially with the other two cards that I got right here with this two, it does feel that it's kind of like the energy of like when she stops, when, you know, the past is holding her back right now, when she lets go of that, she will be able to meet this person. So it's kind of like, you know, when she lets go of that burden from the past, she will be in this new beginning, and then, you know, filled with passion and motivation and drive to move forward and do new things. And that's when she will meet her knight in shining armor, and that is just beautiful. But okay, with all of that said, let's just jump into her healing messages. Let's see what confirmations we get there, or what new information we get as well. What healing messages are there for Umji? Healing messages. Ow. We have the dog spirit. Be loyal at what you love, with it being reversed. So I do feel that right now Umji may be in a period where she's like, there's nothing I care about, there's nothing that I love, nothing inspires me. She may have felt like nothing's loyal to her as well. Like, you know, kind of like, you know, the people that she cares about, like they're all traitors, they're all evil, that type of energy. But I'm getting with this dog spirit that right now she's slowly been getting out of the gutter. You know, life is slowly trying to help her see that, you know, there's love out there, she's not alone, that there's people there that want to help her, you know, that, you know, life is there to take care of her as well. The other card that we have is the badger spirit. Be fearless and bold. So I do feel that this energy of feeling like, you know, that she's alone, or feeling that things are not looking too well for her, is kind of like the beaver spirit is here to be like, you are feeling like there's nothing you care about, and you may feeling that there's no love for you because you're afraid. You're just afraid that things will not work out again. You're just afraid that things could get better. You know, it happens sometimes that we end up ourselves in situations where we stop believing that we deserve better. We're just like, oh, you know, this is how life has always been. Like, what do you mean life could get better, right? What do you mean that there's good things out there for me? You know, she may be going through a period where it's difficult for her to realize that there's a lot of opportunities ready for her to just, you know, just take. We always talked about this in TOK. It stands for Theory of Knowledge, which was a class where we will talk about how we learned. I think that's literally what the class was about. And one of the things that I remember about that class was that just because you know, there's this theory where just because you have a bad experience, you will now have in your brain that if it happens again, it's going to be bad. So the example was always like, when you, like, let's say you eat an egg and it tastes bad because it's rotten. When you see an egg again, you can't help but believe it could also be rotten because that was your first experience. That's why first impressions are very, very important. People go like, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover or whatever, but you can't help it. If like the first time you encounter someone, they were kind of like a bitch, of course you're going to believe they're a bitch because that was your first, that was your first taste. It does take a lot of power to not give, to not label someone as the first thing you saw them, right? That doesn't mean that you should treat them badly. It just means that of course you're gonna be wary. You're gonna be like, maybe I want some distance away from that person. I saw some red flags the first time we met, and I do feel that's kind of where Umji's going at right now. That just because she had one bad experience, she can't help but believe that if other similar things start to like being offered to her, they're just going to automatically be bad. I do feel that Umji did, it did hit very hard for her, this bad apple, I think that's what they call it when something bad happens, basically. So yeah, things don't always happen like this, but Umji got that experience, and because of that, it makes it very difficult for her to trust again. I feel that's kind of like the best way I can explain it. So that's why, be loyal to what she loves. Is, if she wants to continue doing music, she should definitely do that. Just slowly get herself out of that fear that she may be carrying herself with. So what else? Healing messages for Umji. Oh, never mind. It was another card. So we have Ant Spirit, time to collaborate. She can't do everything alone. She doesn't have to, but she's such an independent person that she may be under the false belief that she has to do everything on her own and figure everything on her own, and all of that. So I do feel with this card right here is kind of showing that she can work with other people. This is actually the first card of this deck, but this Ant Spirit is telling her, work other people to figure out, the puzzle of life. This is the one where I'm like, we all have different pieces that life is giving us, but it only makes sense when we put it together. So it's like, I will have some information that you, the viewer, will not have, but you also have knowledge and information that I do not have. So when we put our heads together, we think better because we have different points of view, different experiences, and we expand on each other's knowledge because of those differences that we have. Whereas it's all those things that's why being different is important sometimes. Being different enough that you can learn from each other, but also being similar enough to have common ground to get along with. And I do feel that with Ant Spirit, life is encouraging Umji to start working with other people. How we saw the Three of Pentacles in her, I believe it was her career. It was reversed. So she needs to turn that upright and start trusting that she can work with other people again. So I'm telling you, she did go through a period where it hit her very, very hard, and now it's difficult for her to trust again. So let's see. Healing messages for Umji. Let that one fall. The card that came out was the Wombat Spirit, be at home. So remember how I mentioned that for Umji, family and home are super, super important? Well, we talked about home on her healing messages. We talked about family and home as well in her love life. And we also talked about that in her current energy because that was the first card that came out. So yeah, be at home. I do feel that this one is not necessarily talking about family. It's home within herself. So being able, because it's reversed, is like being able to find stability and nurturing herself to feel at home. Those times that you're with family and you really, really care about them, but you're going through such a difficult period that being with your family doesn't feel like home anymore. I think that's where she's at right now. Like, she loves her family, she loves the people that are surrounding her, but she's in such internal turmoil that it's very difficult for her to find the stability to continue feeling at home. Because it's not the place, it's not the people, it's herself. Right now, she can't feel at peace and at home within herself. So, that's kind of like the energy that I'm getting with that Wombat Spirit. It's a difficult thing. She does need to go through that internal healing if she wants to feel safe again, if she wants to feel at home again. So, let's see, other healing messages for Umji. I want to get 2 more cards. We have the Grasshopper Spirit, take a leap of faith. So this is very important. This goes very well with her how do you call it, with her career. So you know how in her career, it was also in her current energy as well, it was like this whole thing about, you know, trusting in the divine. We also saw her, we saw the surrender to the divine as well in her love life. So this is the most important thing in Umji's reading. She needs to trust in the universe. She needs to take the leap of faith. If the Fool came up, that's the card that to me symbolizes taking the leap of faith. It's just letting go of control, letting go of fear, letting go of the what ifs, and start doing the what could be's, right? So do, you know, oh my god, I thought I saw a spider. I got so scared. It was just a bug. A bug chismoso again? Bug of culture? Anyway, so it does feel like this grasshopper spirit is kind of like, isn't there a saying like my little grasshopper that is supposed to symbolize kind of like my apprentice or something like that? So I do feel that life is encouraging Umji to take that leap of faith, to just learn, you know, to trust in the universe, to, you know, the wheel of fortune is also being, having the ability to trust, to let go of control and trust that, you know, the universe has your back. That's also the energy I get with the Fool, you know, takes the leap of faith. But I do feel that with that grasshopper spirit, life is trying to teach Umji to just not feel like she has to do everything on her own. Just because she's physically doing her own thing, it doesn't mean that there's no external help helping her, if that makes sense, you know. Like if she continues doing her own thing, someone out there could be waiting to give her an opportunity. She just needs to believe that it's out there, you know. But yeah, with that grasshopper spirit, it's like life is kind of like, leave it in our hands. Whatever it is that it's out of your control, we will take care of it. But don't get in our way. I didn't want to make it sound like that, but you know when you have this belief of like, oh, it's never gonna happen and all of this, and also remember how I saw in her career that she was rejecting constantly offers because she's afraid it's gonna, like, history will repeat itself. That's kind of what I mean with like life is kind of like, leave it in our hands and don't get in our way. I don't mean it in a bad way. I mean it in the sense of like she's just blocking herself because she's afraid, and that's valid, but she needs to do that internal work to figure out that that's the actual issue. You know what I mean? So yeah, one last card to wrap up Umji's reading. One last card. What is the very last message you want to give Umji? Last message. So the card we have the whale spirit, trust the great mystery. Okay. I have another oracle deck that's called the Wild Unknown Spirit Animal Oracle deck. And that one also has a whale, and of course this one has a whale. And to me, both of them mean assured, slow moving, but big changes coming forward. And with this whale spirit, I'm getting that energy as well. Trust the great mystery is kind of like, was it in reverse, is that life is not really going to tell Umji how things are going to work out. They just are going to work out, right? It's just going to happen. I do feel that also with trust the great mystery goes very well with take the leap of faith, is that Umji may feel like because she is afraid of that unknown, she feels like she needs to figure out what's out there. And life is kind of saying like, you know, you don't need to know everything. You need to work within yourself to be able to be ready when those changes start coming in. Because there's times when you know change is going to happen and you're like, okay, but what is that change? And life is like, I'm not going to tell you. No, forget it. You know, little kid, you're not going to know. And when you're over here like, but wait, so what's the change? And life is like, no, I'm not going to tell you. You're just going to know it when you're there. And it's the most frustrating thing when you're like, I know something's going to happen, but I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because it's me that I always kind of want to know what's going on, but I think we all always want to know what's going on. But sometimes I do feel like it's better that you don't know what's going on, so you can just learn the lesson that you have to learn. It's kind of like you need to live through life to get those experiences, because, you know, I'm an Aries ascendant, so it happens that the best way I learn is through experiences. I just have to go through it. And yeah, sometimes if someone just told me, you don't do this, it's kind of like, until I go through it do I finally figure out they were right. It happens, right? I'm like, oh, but I want to improve on this and that, and then I got like a laundry list of like, if you do all of those things, you will improve. And then I go like, hell no, I don't want to do that. And then as I'm slowly going down like my own path, I slowly realize, oh, they were right. I had to do exactly what they were saying. Yeah, that was actually it. But you know, it's important to go down the path that you want to go through and that is right for you, because slowly you learn the lessons that you have to learn through the way that you were meant to learn them, if that makes sense. You know, we all have very different, you know, we have our strengths and weaknesses, and I do feel that with Umji is definitely very true in the sense that there's things that she's very, very good at, which is, you know, being independent, taking action. But right now, what she has to do is one of the things that seems to be very difficult for her, which is, you know, stay in silence and feel. Just feel. I do feel that that's the complete opposite of what she usually does, which is just take action and get things done. I do feel that life really wants her to just sit down and figure it out with her, talk it out with her emotions and her thoughts, in order to create a little bit more of a solid plan of what she has, or like what she can do. And what I mean by this, I mean it in the sense of not what does she want to do, not what are her goals, but more of like, what out of her goals, what is it that she can actually physically do? Take those steps and not be like, but I can't do this, I can't do that. Okay, fine, leave that to the universe. But what is it that you can do right now that you're comfortable with? And then slowly take those baby steps and celebrate the accomplishments and slowly grow into the woman she's meant to be, if that makes sense. But I've said enough with her healing messages. I will leave that there, and thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that the person that was commenting for Umji's individual reading was able to watch the whole video. It was quite a lengthy one, and I do feel that it was very, very focused, if that makes sense. Like, I constantly got her connecting to spirit, taking the leap of faith, and her love life was the most I guess not heavy. Everything else was kind of like, this is very important, this is super, super essential. Her love life was a little bit more like fun and hopeless romantic, and like, you know, very lightweight, whatever, you get what I mean. Like, the energy didn't make like drain me or anything. It was just actually very happy. But yeah, putting that aside, I hope you like this video. Love and healing from my part to you. See you the next time, whenever that is, however that is. And I hope you find this fun and entertaining. Bye.